Hey guys, so real quick before this video starts, I want to say this video was delayed because of the fact that the person that I was supposed to interview ended up leaving the group chat that I was in with them, furthermore ghosting me, and this person actually ended up getting back with the person with Kenzo who's mentioned in this video. She went and got with him despite saying, from what I heard, saying that she hated him and a bunch of stuff. Um, she also is now, I guess, providing him information about stuff, so it wouldn't surprise me if he's now aware because of her, that this video is coming, which I don't really care about that part as much. Um, a few things to know is since the recording of this video, a few other small developments have happened. One of them being Akari's TikTok seems to have in her bio saying 18 plus and claiming that she's 20. So that kind of puts a lot of things into perspective for what's going to be happening in this video. That, and the fact that Kenzo on his Twitter, right now, there's currently mass post of him doxing somebody's name and phone number. And it's repeated over and over again. So, just to set you guys up for this video. Hello everyone, welcome back to one of the hugest videos I've actually recorded, at least so far into this year. This video is a long-awaited video that a lot of people have asked for a long time, and it's finally here. I will be talking about at least two out of the three people I originally planned to talk about. One of them I actually most likely won't be talking about anymore in this video, just because of reasons that I'll actually explain towards the end of this video. Um, this video I will be going through documents, and I will be linking these documents down below, including the person that I was originally supposed to talk about at the end. I will be linking all of the documents, so if you guys want to see them for yourselves, then you guys definitely can. They'll all be in the video description. With that, let's get started with this video. I'm going to be going through two separate documents on Akari. Um, there's more, but I can't find them, and I'm not going to find them. As you can notice, this does have that it's back up, because originally I was saying no to this document and anything related to it. I said no, we're not gonna do that. But now that a lot of stuff has happened, now I've decided to say, hey, you know what? Let's do it again. Um, so this was made by my good friend and her friends. So all credits go to them for this document. I will be linking this document and the other document that I'll be going over in the description of this video. So here's some of the stuff that includes. A lot of this has to be censored, if not all of it, especially this word. Um, and here's the other doc that we'll go over in a moment. So, to start this off, this is a screenshot. From my knowledge, this is stolen. It's stolen art from someone else. This, I have no comment because one, it was aimed towards me, and two, I'm pretty sure it was just to be more romantic instead of what everybody else was saying. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. um, this this here is something very interesting that can't be shown whatsoever. At least some of this stuff. Um, for some of these screenshots that are included as evidence, I will be pointing out and showing um, some um, more than others. So they'll be shown 2 times. Uh, but a lot of stuff still has to be blurred out just so that YouTube doesn't get mad. This is more of just venting, so I'm not going to go through this since it's just more of venting. Here, I forgot about here. I'm pretty sure this was something about cheating or something. I'm not sure. I didn't even know Akari at this point, so believe I'm not gonna go through this just because this was more about this word that can't be shown. Um this was more about at the time was when both Akari and someone else had feelings and a lot of stuff happened. I may not even show this just because um, here's where here's where Akari lies about her race and some other stuff that's not very nice, and some of this is blurred just because I can't show it. Akari is trying to say that she's black. She's anything but black. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but she's anything but black. Um, Here's a bit more racist things that aren't very nice. Um, yeah, it's not very nice. Bit more venting. I'm not gonna go through this. I don't honestly know what that is. Gonna go to the second page, second tab. This kind of showcases not much. So I'm just scan through it. It's a bit more stuff that I can't really show. Some of it is showable, some of it is not. This is a screenshot from Douglas. Douglas makes an appearance here. Congratulations to him. Um, gonna go through it because I'm pretty sure this was this was a mistake. Gonna go through here too. I know that she pretended to be someone else. I'm gonna just go through it though. This I can't show, like at all almost, because it has some stuff that's not very nice. This is Akari stealing more art, which is one of the biggest things that she's done, is stealing people's art. Gonna go through this. I'm not gonna show this name because I'm pretty sure this name is somebody's actual name, so I'm not gonna show it. Art that I'm just gonna go through as well, just scan over. Um, it's not a very nice one either. It's not one that I'm going to blur, except for maybe this word, um, because it's not very bad in that sense. More art that isn't hers, even though she says it is. Actually, I don't believe it says it, but yeah, it says belongs to her and her friend, which it doesn't. Can't show this. And I'm like 99% sure this isn't even true. I can't show this to you guys, but I'm like 99% sure it's not true, considering the fact that I just gonna say that I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's not true from what I know. Um, this I'm gonna just go through it a bit. I don't know what happened here. I don't really care. Um, I have to, I have to not. We have to like seriously, do some blurring here of some words. I'm not going to show this. Not gonna show it. We're not gonna, and we're actually just gonna blur whatever content is there. I'm not gonna go further than this. Um, The thing below this is what got my old channel nuked by YouTube. YouTube doesn't really, YouTube was very mad at me for that. So we're just not gonna show it, and we're just gonna blur it. I'm gonna blur it, any sense of it, because I don't want to get nuked again. I learned that the hard way. So with that, we are going to head to the second document. So, it turns out, after looking again, I will be going through a second document here. This document was by Mylei. Um, Now, I know a lot of people don't like this person. If you know who I'm talking about, almost nobody likes this person. This was also made a year ago, and it was made before I even... No, I knew her by this point, but I know that nobody likes this person, but she did make this document, and I found very valuable information in here, so I'm gonna go through it. Um, there's, of course, credits here. Um, Stuff that isn't like very friendly will be blurred out, um, just so that YouTube doesn't get mad at me. Um, so here we have a few things about just to me it's classic Akari just because this is kind of what she does and says. I'm still not gonna show it just because I don't want YouTube to get mad again. Here's one of the other screenshots from the other document about her lying about her age. It's kind of the same thing. Some of these are taken from the original document, from the other document. Um, Here's another one. Don't really have any comment on this. Descriptions are here. Person who made this was nice enough to do that, so you guys can read over it. There's a lot of stuff here that I can't show, unfortunately. Mm, but we'll just say for this, a lot of this contains the N word, um, heavily, and or just stuff to be racist. We go down here. I don't really. I'm not gonna go through this just because I don't really know this part. And here it highlights again that Akari is not black whatsoever. Um, and she doesn't really care. At least from what she said. I'll say this right now, she does care because she's come to me so many times telling me, please, please, please don't do this. Don't make a video. She cares. Um, we go to play we go to here and it looks like more stolen stuff. So this kind of relates back to the art. Looks like she continued it here. Um, I'm kind of just going along with this, and then I'm just pointing out a few key things that I know. Have a bit more of excuses. I know that a few of this stuff has to relate to cheating in some way. Here's another one of the screenshots, so I'm gonna pass through it. This is her art again. I don't remember if this art was included. I know some of it was, but I don't know if all of it was. Um, Not a lot of people really find this art very nice. I have no comment on it. Um, Race change. This was one of the big ones. And this was one of the ones that I discussed a long time ago. That Kara has said that she's Mexican, Japanese, and she can speak Japanese. She's personally confirmed to me on multiple occasions she's not, and she's only Asian. So that kind of confirms the whole thing of her being racist, which again isn't good. And she does say it here, but there's so many instances where she hasn't said it. Um, I believe this is, yeah, this is. So this is covering where she dated a 21-year-old. I have no comment on this really, just because I wasn't around when this happened. But of course, it's not good. Um, I can't show this. I can't show this below here, and I'm not gonna continue with this just because the rest of this is more of just showing stuff that I can't show anyways. So, of course, as anybody can see, and everybody, um, one of the biggest things here is, and to highlight about Akari is she's she's a really big liar. Um, she's done a lot of things that, of course, aren't right, including racism, uh, her stealing people's art, other stuff, not just art either, her cheating, um, almost everything, like all of the above, basically. Her dating overage people is one of the other things. Um, just so many things that I can't even name here. I know that many people know that I did at one point date Akari. Personally, I didn't know about any of this stuff until after I first started dating her. I did for a while talk some sense into her, and I did protect her. I gotta admit that at some point I did protect her for a long time, just because of the fact that I loved her so much. Um, but I can't do that forever, and I've given her more than enough opportunity to stop, and she hasn't. So here's where this comes in, and there's even more documents that I'm not gonna get into. Um, it's it's kind of disturbing just how much I've seen. Um, it's very disturbing. She lies. She gaslights people. Her venting, I have nothing else to really say about it, other than um, she vents and then she does stupid stuff. So I have nothing else to say. Um, at least in this sense, I don't. I will in the next segment, and I have no words for any of this other than it's wrong. It's wrong. And I don't stand with this stuff. I stand nowhere. Like, I don't like it, of course I don't. And I don't stand with her with what she's done. Um, she doesn't do this as much anymore. I realize that as well, because I know that somebody's probably gonna say, well, this is like a year ago and she doesn't do this stuff really anymore. I know that. I know, but she does still do it in a sense. And from what I've just discovered, she still lies and cheats. So it's kind of, this stuff is still relevant in a sense, and it's gonna remain relevant because it's all, there's so much stuff here that I can't even process all of it. But that brings me to the next segment, and probably the biggest one. Document that we're gonna get into is the Kenzo document. This is actually one that's been asked for a lot. This was made by myself, and Ray assisted me in this. Ray, you want to say hi?
Hi, my stomach hurts.
Okay, good. Now she has another thing wrong with her. That's good.
Oh, okay.
So,
I have more, but we can talk about that.
of course, um, this document is affiliated with the Akari document. And this person's that we're not gonna say because I don't want to say this person's name ever on this channel again. um, I hate
Mylei.
you so much. Anyways, this document purpose again is kind of what I just said, it's here just spreading awareness, and of course exposing him. Um, Here's the disclaimers for you guys. It'll be there too. It's gonna stay here. I am posting all these documents in the video description. Um, this does have not very appropriate stuff in it, uh, and it's affiliated with a Akari doc. This document and this person's document, they're not that related to each other, but it's definitely related to the Akari doc. Um, we're gonna get into topic one here. Um, Gaslighting is sexual behavior. I'm not gonna read all of this just because of the fact that I'm not gonna read everything that I put, because I kind of detailed it more for you guys. But um, Douglas, this man thinks that while he portrays himself as a victim, innocent, and an angel, I will be addressing him by Douglas because he's made that public before, so it's not doxing. You can't say that. Um, because I know he will try. But he's portrayed himself as an angel, like he can't do anything wrong. Um, it's not really the case because behind the scenes, this man has he has a very long history of gaslighting, um, and portraying himself innocent by posting this. I can't say this, so it's just shortened out. It will be there after this video, after this section actually, but I'm not putting it in. And Ray actually had to save me, so thanks.
Yeah.
Because otherwise YouTube will say no, you can't do that.
YouTube's gonna terminate you
Yeah, I
again.
know. Um,
Okay.
There's always gonna be something that people are gonna bring up. It's just always gonna be there. Um, yeah, performing, trying to do not very nice stuff with people who are not interested, flirting and cheating um, with people that he's with, and having quote unquote special kinks at the same time. He's also, from what I've been told, he's carved his lovers' names into his arms in public, and he's, of course, I'm pretty sure everyone knows, but if you know him, if you've known him for more than like 5 minutes, that he's posted very sexually aimed posts. Here are some of them. I'll highlight a few of them and show them more on screen than others. I'm not going to show all of them up close just because I don't really want to see that. Um, as you can see though from a few of these, it's not very. Some of these are worse than others. I'm not showing the SH ones. I can't. I'm not doing that. Um, Ray, do you have any comment for this?
I'm scared, and I still feel nauseous.
Thank you. It had no relation to that, but but thank you. So, it kind of sums it up for this. There's more, but I didn't show any. Oh, hey, look, and there's this one down below. It's all alone. Um, Topic two, um, for his doxing and threats. His threats are empty threats. He makes a lot of empty threats that he never goes through with. Um, it still scares people, and I understand why it does. But he makes a lot of empty threats, meaning that they're not, he doesn't do anything. It's just so that people will listen to him. Um, he still does this today, by the way. He still participates in doxing people and all of that. He's went around and doxed people's numbers, people's faces, people's schools. Which, by the way, at least where I live, that's illegal. You can't do that. um, you can't do that. You can't dox people like that. Um, especially underage people. You can't do that. Um, I'm gonna show down here, and of course it's all without consent. No duh. Um, this is very fantastic work by Ray. It's very fantastic work.
It's so beautiful, right?
Yeah, it's very fantastic. Numbers that again we're not showing. Is this still? Oh, it was posted today. Oh, that's sad. I didn't even notice the date. Um, here's my own. Actually, I don't know if this is my own. Is it? I think it is my own, if I remember.
No, I ate it.
Oh, oh, it's sad. And again, everyone thank Ray for the amazing censoring and screenshots. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. I want to give a little clarity real quick as to why I didn't mention the person I said I was gonna mention, and the same reason why I'm not doing the other thing that I said I was gonna do. I know that a lot of you guys were excited for this video, not just because of the other two people, but because I said that I was gonna also be talking about the other person that was supposed to be talked about in the last section. But the reason as to why I decided not to go through is definitely not what they think. It's definitely not what they think. Um, it's not because that I got quote unquote scared off. It's not because that I got scared they would do something. It's not because of any of that. It's because of the fact that they, the person that I was supposed to talk about and do all of this stuff, the only thing that it would accomplish, and I learned this uh, barely, and it surprised me it took me this long to even realize. But this person, they wanted me to keep them on my mind because of the fact that they couldn't handle me not thinking about them. They couldn't handle it. And they wanted me to keep them on my mind. And when I wouldn't do that, they had to create reasons to actually force me to think about them because they couldn't handle me not thinking about them. They couldn't handle me moving on. So, what they did instead was they forced me to think about them. And honestly, it worked. It really did. It did. It worked because I they really did force me to keep them on my mind. But the only thing that talking about them more would do, even bringing their name up, that's why I won't even bring their name up. The only thing that will do is give them what they want. And I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not. It's not because of what they said, it's not because of what they try to do. It's not because of that. It's not. And honestly, because I know that they're watching this, and I'll say it directly to them, even though that they won't come to me directly, even though that they're gonna hide and they'll keep on hiding, they're full of crap. The only reason why they did any of what they did, the only reason why was so that they could act tough, so that they can act like they were smart, so that they can act like they were in the right when they weren't. They were not in the right. And they wanted to act tough so that I'd go back crawling back. It's not gonna happen like that. It'll never happen like that again. It'll never happen. I'm not gonna go back crawling and I'm not gonna play any more of these games that this person thinks that they can do. They done it enough. And I'll never I'll never play one of these these games that this person has. I'll never do that again. It's not because of what they did. And the only reason why, like I said, the only reason why they did what they did was so that they could make me pissed off. And it's kind of the same thing. It is. But it's also so that so that I could go crawling to them. So that I can go crawling to them. And if I went and I and crawled back to them, the funny thing is, it's the fact that they wouldn't accepted me, because I know this person. They wouldn't accepted me, and then they would have took it down anyways. So no, they're full of crap. And they went and deleted what they said afterwards. They're full of crap. And if they're watching this, I'd say it to your face. But I know that you won't come, and I know you won't say it to my face. Whatever you have to say. If it's anything that you have to say anymore. But I know that it probably is, because you always have something to say. You won't come to me so that I can say it, so I'll say it here instead. You're full of crap. And this thing, it's over. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. I want to thank everybody for the support, the amount of support that everyone's shown. Everything that you guys have done, I can't ask for a better audience. I couldn't ask for a better audience than you guys. I love all of y'all, and I'll be sure I'm gonna be doing something special for you guys soon. Real special for you guys soon. With that, guys, that'll be it. Comment, like, and subscribe as it helps me a lot. And until then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.